session. We will just be starting in another 2 minutes. Couple of students have already joined. There are few more who will be joining. Since time is 3 o'clock, let us wait for 2 minutes more. Thank you. All students are requested to put their mic on mute. Please put your mic on mute. Vishal Kumar, please put your mic on mute. Vishal Kumar, please put your mic on mute. Yeah, thank you, Vishal. All students, please put your mic on mute. Otherwise, there will be a lot of disturbance. We will start in 2 minutes. Let some more students join.
Mission.
Vishal Kumar, please mute your mic. Okay, students, we are already at 3:02. We can start the session. Shani sir, can we start the session? Can you put on the slides? Okay. Before we start with the SolidWorks session, welcome to all of you. And I will just take 2-3 minutes, give you some brief about SciCAD and what we do. We from SciCAD are an organization that is more than 10 years old. And the best part is we are an authorized training partner of all these companies. You see a couple of logos. We are an authorized training partner of Autodesk. You know that Autodesk is the most popular company in CAD. The product AutoCAD is a product of Autodesk. We are partners to Bentley. Bentley is an organization that has a very common software for civil students, STAD Pro. We are an authorized partner for Dassault Systems. SolidWorks is a part of Dassault, so all of you should be aware that SolidWorks and CATIA, there are two softwares which are very common among mechanical engineering, automobile engineering students. So both SolidWorks and CATIA are a product of Dassault. Then you can see PTC, Creo, PTC here. Creo, the software Creo, which was earlier called as Pro E, is a product of PTC. So we are an authorized training partner. Then you can see a logo for Certiport. Certiport is an authorized testing center. Certification exams of companies are conducted at Certiport. So our centers are an authorized testing center as well. So students can learn softwares, authorized softwares from our centers, and also take the exam, certification exam at our center. So this is a brief profile. Let us go to the next slide. Certifications and certificates. So students, there are a lot of institutes across the country, and every institute provides a certificate after you complete your training. So since we are authorized training partners, we provide certificates directly from the companies. So once you complete the training, you undergo a certification exam and you get these certificates. Some sample certificates are already visible here. For example, all of you are going to do a demo session of SolidWorks. So SolidWorks is a product of Dassault. After you complete the SolidWorks classes, you can take an online exam. Once you clear the online exam, you will get a certificate directly from Dassault Systems, right? So the best part is to clear the certification exam. There are two most important things. What are they? The first thing is the curriculum, the syllabus. Now, there are a lot of institutes who are teaching SolidWorks, but you'll be surprised to know they hardly teach 15 to 20, 30% of the syllabus. They do not teach the complete syllabus. Since we are an authorized training partner, we teach the official curriculum of SolidWorks. So whether you are studying from us here or you are studying from some authorized partner in America or Canada, the syllabus is same. We are preparing students for the certification exam. So if you do the course from us, you will comfortably be able to clear the exam and get a good score. There are a lot of students who are doing these trainings from unauthorized centers, but the problem there is the moment you sit for the exam, you are bound to fail. You will fail in the exam because you have not done the complete syllabus. Okay, so these are some sample certificates for all of you. Now let us go through the next slide. As far as Autodesk goes, we've already informed most of the people across country know that SciCAD is the #1 authorized training partner for Autodesk. We have the maximum centers, authorized training centers of Autodesk, and we were awarded the #1 academic partner. So let me show you the prize distribution ceremony also. Can we see the next slide? So this was the prize distribution ceremony that was last conducted. You can see the SciCAD team getting the award. So we are the #1 Autodesk authorized training partner in not only in India, but SAARC nations. The entire SAARC nations, SciCAD is the #1. Okay, can we go to the next slide? SciCAD is a national player in the SolidWorks program today. In the SolidWorks demo session also, I welcome students from across the country. We have students who have joined in from Tamil Nadu. We have students who have joined in from Karnataka. We have students who have joined in from Maharashtra, Punjab, all states. So SciCAD is a national brand. We have 40 plus centers in all 11 states of India. So you can see whatever is mustard color, we have our centers there. So students from whichever state you are, you're most welcome to visit our centers, do your trainings. Currently, we are providing all trainings online. Okay, so all trainings are being provided online. We have already started many batches. Students from across the country are studying from us. So that is an advantage. Okay. Shani sir, can you show them the SolidWorks video? So the best part about SciCAD is that the instructor who's going to teach you are going to be authorized, are going to be certified instructors. So SolidWorks, here is our video. Shani sir, if you can just explain them along with the video.
Good afternoon, students. So we are just going to start with the SolidWorks. This is the sample video. This is the course video which we are going to cover in the trainings. So if you look from the start, the first thing that is important in the software, in the 3D modeling, that is the sketching. We are going to start with the sketching in SolidWorks. After that, after creating the sketch, there is the option part modeling. To create to create a product, we need to create some parts, and to create the part, we need to create some sketches. So first option, we will cover the sketches. After that, we will create parts with the help of multiple sketches. Then after creating all the parts, we will create an assembly with motions embedded. Okay, and after that, there is the drawing. We will create the complete detailed drawing from that assembly, from that part. So this is the basically the step to create a product. Now you have seen the part modeling. In part modeling, we have various options. The first one was the solid modeling. Then we have the sheet metal design. We can also create multiple parts with the help of sheet metal. Then we can create with the help of surface modeling. And after that, we can create with the weldments, the structure, the frame design. We can create everything with the help of that. So after creating the part, we can simulate that part, we can analyze that part with static analysis, dynamic analysis, we can create the thermal analysis, we can create the structural analysis, everything. So after creating the part, for presentation purpose, we need to animate the part. So we can create the animation of the assembly also. So this is the exploded view. And the last thing we will cover is mold design. So mold design is basically the core and cavities that we are going to create to create the product for the, it can be for injection molding, it can be for casting. So for different purposes, we will create the mold designs also. So this is the structure of the software. These are the available modules in the software. Okay, so let's start with the training. So first of all,
Can you show them the video together in one go, Shani sir? You'll see the sample certificate also.
okay. So here
So
is the
this is the
sample
sample. This
certificate.
is the sample. Shani sir, can you just pause it at the certificate? So students, this is the sample certificate. So this certificate comes directly from Dassault. So this is the first level of certificate, which is called as the Certified Professional Associate. So you have to do the training from an authorized partner. You have to do proper training. You have to understand all the concepts. You have to do the entire syllabus. Once you do the entire syllabus, you will be able to take the certification exam. And we are sure we have 100% success rate of all the students because we teach the entire syllabus. All of our students take the exam and then finally get this certificate. So this certificate increases your chances of employability. All students who are taking these certificates are assured a job. No company can reject them because you have done everything in detail. Okay, so that is it. Shani sir is an authorized training is a certified instructor for Katia and SolidWorks both. He's a certified instructor for AutoCAD as well and Creo as well. So he's a wonderful trainer. He's with us for many years. A wonderful experience he has. He will take you through the session. After the session, students, we have already shared a feedback form in the WhatsApp group. Please, it is important that you please fill the feedback form. Tell us how the session was so that we can improve on our sessions. Another thing, since we have students from different states, kindly you can just open your chat, just mention your name and state in the chat. Please open your chat right now, mention your name and your state in the chat. Just type in your name and type in your state. Just two things you have to type your name and type your state. And if there is any student who did not fill the Google form but is attending the session, please write your name, your state, and your phone number. Please write. I can see Kevin from Tamil Nadu. Welcome, Kevin. Good to have you. We have Kishore from Tamil Nadu. Wonderful. Many students from Tamil Nadu. Other students also kindly. So we have so many students from Tamil Nadu. Where are the other states? Okay, we have Komal from Maharashtra. Welcome, Komal. Vishal again from Tamil Nadu. Welcome, Vishal. Okay, Gauri from Maharashtra. Sunil Kumar from Tamil Nadu. Welcome to you. Okay, other students, please keep on typing. Shani sir, meanwhile, you can start with the session. Thank you so much, and hope you have a
Thank you, sir.
wonderful learning experience. Don't forget to give your feedback after the session is over. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, students. So, my name is Shani, and I am a certified instructor for Dassault, Autodesk, and PTC. I have been working since 2012 as a trainer, and I have also worked with many industries, with some MSME industries, with international trainings. I have also provided workshops at NIT, and I have conducted 100 plus workshops in various colleges and various different locations. And till now, I have trained around 2,000 plus students in these softwares. So we are going to start the SolidWorks software. I am not able to create everything. I will not be able to create all the parts completely in this session because we have some limited times. So I'm going to show you the components. I will show you the process, how you can create. I will try to create as many parts as I can, but I will also show you some already created parts, and I will also show you the assembly in that part. So we are going to cover from part modeling. First, we will cover the sketch, then the part modeling, then we will going to assemble that components, and after that we will create a drawing from that, a detailed drawing from that, and we will try to also animate the parts. So if we look here, so these softwares are used for the product development, and to develop a product, we need to create some designs. We need to create the engineering design of that sketches or of that idea. We need to simulate, test, and validate that idea. After that, we need to create some standard documentation, standard engineering drawings from that part. We need to create some visualization of that part, and after that, we will be going to create the part with the help of CNCs or with the several manufacturing processes. So first of all, we are going to start with the SolidWorks. So SolidWorks has launched its latest version, that is SolidWorks 2020. And in this version, we have so many options. We have some different options from the previous versions also. So if you click on the new part, we have three options in the SolidWorks. First is the part modeling, second is the assembly, and third is the drawing. And all of the other things are in this part, either in this assembly or either in the drawing. Okay, so if you want to create some part with the help of surface, sheet metal, weldment, everything will be available in the part modeling. If you want to assemble that part, if you want to create the motion study, if you want to animate that part, then we will have to go to the assembly also. So we are going to start with the part file. So press OK to open a new file. It will take some times because SolidWorks 2020 is a heavy software, so it will run a little bit slowly in this PC. So if you see here, we have the new window, we have the new part. And if you see here, there are some tabs. You can see this is the feature. Feature means this is the solid modeling. From here, you can create any solid model with these commands. If you want to create some surfaces, you can create with the help of surface tools available in the surface. If you want to add sheet metal, weldment, then you have to just right click anywhere on these tabs, and there are tabs. We have the sheet metal, structure system, weldment, mold tool, and many more. We can add anything we need, and all the tools will be available that tab. Okay, so next thing we have, this is the model tree here. So SolidWorks is a software that is parametric in nature, means if we create any part, it will be created with the relation to each other. If we apply some relation, everything will be going to be either driven or driving in nature. So first of all, I will show you some examples. Uh, so for that, right? Okay. So these are some components These are from SolidWorks. These are some live design challenges from SolidWorks. So these components, you can see this is a complex shape. So this shape is created with the help of surfacing. All the surface modeling tools are used to create, because this is an complex shape. You can see from here. Okay, we will cover some part of the surfacing. Next thing, I open the next. We have some assembly modeling here. Assembly model here will take few seconds to load. Okay, so in this we have 59 components. It will validate after every insertion. Okay. So you can see this is an assembly. All the parts are created with some different module. This is a solid model. This is created with the help of sheet metal. And also this component is also created with the sheet metal. So if you want to see the animation, if you want to see the motion that is available in this, just drag it and you will be able to see the motion will have. Okay, till now there is no relation added for the interference. It can move through all the parts. You can see it can go through inside this part, but we can assign the motion, or we can assign the constraint to restrict the motion like that. Okay, so we are going to cover. We will not be able to create this whole assembly here, because it will take around 2 to 3 hours to complete. Okay, so we have limited times. Let's start with the sketching. So I'm going to close this one. No, wait for a few seconds. It will take some time. Okay, so will take a few seconds more. So if you see here, this is the product development process. So right now, the first thing we will do is we will create some sketches. And from sketching, if you see here, this is the design and engineering process. First, we will create some design. We will analyze that. Okay, after that, we will test and validate that design. Okay, if we have any problems, any error, any interferences between that, or if we have some structure failures, we will again create the design and analyze and again test and validate that. If that pass the criteria, then we will have the manufacture and production for the master product or for the samples. We will create some parts, some sample parts to approve those, and again we will run some physical we will run some physical tests on that. Okay, after that, if that pass the criteria, then it goes for sales and marketing. Okay, so is stuck here. Wait for a second, I will just close the file. Okay, wait for. Okay, so have you learned any other software? Is there any student who have attended any other software training from any other institute, or a student may have training from YouTube or any other channel online? Is there any student? You can open your mic and you can talk to me right now. Is there any student who know about the 3D modeling? What are the modules? How we can create some 3D parts? Okay. So we are going to start with the new part here. Okay. So here is the file. So first thing, we will go to the sketch here. You can see this is the model tree. Everything will be created in this model tree. Whichever feature you apply, it will be available here. Okay. If I open in part, previously created a simple part, I okay. Part is missing. Wait a second. I will directly open from the folder. Okay. So we have some library here from different products. So if I open a product from here, if I open it with SolidWorks, okay. So you can see this is the product I have created earlier. If you see here in the left side, this is the model tree, and you can see all the features are all the feature that I have used to create this is available right here. If you want to change anything, if you want to change the size of this tire, if you want to change anything from this, you can just go to that and edit the sketch or edit the shape and change that directly from here. You can see that if you want to change any size, you can just double click and change that size right from here. Okay, so I'm not going to change in this. So go back, you can see that everything is available. So this is a part, it's a single part, not an assembly, it's a single part created here in the part modeling. Okay, I have applied an appearance in this. So appearance can be applied from here at the display manager here. So to create the part, just go to the sketch, select the plane. We have the planes here to create any part. So right now I'm going to click on the top plane, and there is a sketch option. Directly create and sketch from here. So to create a part, I'm going to open a drawing from where I want to create a part. So we have component here. Okay, you can see we have a drawing here. We need to create this component. Okay, we have all the dimensions right here. If I need to create this, I have to go directly to the sketch. So if you see this component, it's a flat plate with some cuts inside and with some fillets applied on the edges, and we have some holes inside. Okay, so it can be created simply in the solid modeling. So go to the solid modeling, create a sketch, and you have to choose the tools from here. In the sketch, we have some tools like line, circle, rectangle. We have all the shapes. We have some modifiers like trim, move, copy, rotate, all the options. So first of all, check the size of your object. So you can see here we have the origin also. So first of all, I'm going to start with the circle. Okay, we have a circle in the shape. So I'm going to define the dimension from here. So in SolidWorks, we have multiple ways to choose any command. Like you can see, I have choose the dimension from here right now, and we have a diameter of 17 for that part. Okay. Now, if I want to create any other component, suppose I need to create a line, so I can just type L and line command can be activated directly from that. I can just use the line here like that. I can create the component this way. Okay. So then close it. So you can see when I complete the task, we had some tools right here. If I select, we will again have some tools right here. So SolidWorks is a parametric software, means if you create anything, some parameters will be applied to those components. Like you can see here, I have created some lines. The lines who are straight means parallel or horizontal, they have some relation added to them. You can see some green color relation are there. This line is vertical, this line is horizontal. Okay, and we have a relation here. It means the circle center is attached to this origin. Okay, so you can see I have attached the circle to this origin and I have defined a value of 17 diameter. So the circle became black and all the entities are blue right now. So in the SolidWorks or in 3D modeling, we need to create the component or we need to create the sketch fully defined, means it should not move. If you click here, you can move the component like that, you can move the lines like that. Okay, but if you go here, if you drag, there will be no change because we have defined the diameter should be this one. So it will retain the size and it will be consistent to this point. It will not move from this point because we have the relation added here. So we need to create some relation. We need to add some relation directly from that. So for other shortcuts, we have a key that is S for shortcut. You can see that in shortcut there are so many tools. These tools you can customize these tools. You can add some more tool right from here from customize also. You will get this option. You can customize everything from here. So right now we are not going to do that. So right now I need a dimension, so I can just press S and go to this smart dimension, and I can define from this center to this line, we have some gap that will be 17.6. Okay, and from here to here, we need a gap. Okay, so we don't have the gap available from here to here, but we have the gap available from this line to this line, and that gap will be 62. Okay, and again we have the gap from this top to this bottom, and that gap will be 41. So we need to define everything. So after that, we need to define the length of this line. So I don't have the length of this line, but I have some other relations. I have some other values defined. If I show you this drawing, you can see here we have defined the 17.6. We have this 20 for this center location for this circle. We have 20.4 for this circle from here. Okay, so how to calculate this dimension from here to here? So first, look at the drawing, read the drawing carefully, what is given. Okay, so we have a gap from here, from downside to this point, that is 9.5. Okay, and for other gaps, okay, so we will take the gap, this 9.5 from top side also. So just start with that. So this point has a gap from here that will be 9.5. Okay, and we will create this object to be mirror. We will create the similar dimensions from there. You can also use the mirror command to create that side also. And so I'm going to use some relation that is called symmetrical relations. If you don't have option to apply the mirror command, you can create the object symmetrical, like selecting 2 points, selecting the line, and you can use the symmetrical relation from here. Object will be symmetrical. You will not be able to change the size. Okay, the size will be equal to both sides. Okay, if you move it, both sides will have the change. Okay, so now I need to create these one also symmetrical to this center line, like that. So if you change now, there will be no change. So now we need to create some other options. Okay, so this point is with this point, and the relation is vertical, that this point is straight above to this center. You can see everything is turning black now. So we need to apply the relation again here. So I can just make it vertical like that. Okay. So we have to calculate the dimension to create the component. And after that, we have defined the full gap. Okay. We need to check the dimension for the other part also. T5. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to make it symmetrical again from here and define the gap according to the need. We need to create these two vertical direction. Both will have the similar gap, and the gap will be defined from here, or you can define the angle from here. So you can just create any dimension right there, and that will be created accurately. So in this case, we have the value T7 from down, and okay, we have given C14 means the chamfer of 14 is applied here. So just select this one, okay, for dimension. So you have the C14 means chamfer 14 gap. We can just define that. Okay, C14 means both sides are equal. So I can just define a 45-degree relation or angle here. 45 directly from here. So in this way, you can create everything. I'm just going to exit out from the sketch. Okay, and to convert this object, these entity into a solid, we have the option that is feature. So in the feature option, you can just go to the extrude to add the material and extrude cut to remove. Right now we don't have any material, so all the remove material option will be off right now. Okay, so we can just create with the help of extrude. We can revolve it, we can use other options. So extrude, I'm just going to select the sketch any entity, and you can see it has picked the outer entity only. Because I have selected this line, it will select all the chains, it will select the connected elements only. Okay, if you want to select everything, this circle including, then you have to go to this and clear everything. It will select the whole object like that. So there is the option direction one. It is going upside only. If you want to uh, if you go to the direction one, there are option. If you go to the mid plane, it will be applied to both sides. So gap will be defined, like I want that gap to be 3. So define that gap, click OK, and there is the object. Okay, and if you want to specify some fillets, you can just go to the fillet right now and select all the edges. So there are the different option. We can use the variable, we can use the face, we can use the edge. I just need to grab all the edges. So, okay, we'll take some time to grab all the edges. Right now, I need, okay, I just need some other type. I just want to select this edge, okay, and I need to select all the edges associated to that, means all the vertical edges. So we have some different options here. Okay, so I can just click here and all the edges will be selected. I have to just specify the distance or the radius. So the radius for the fillet is 3. So just go to the radius, select that, click OK. So this is the very simple option. And if you want to break the upper edge, we always break the edges. So just go to the fillet again, select the faces. To break the edge, sharp edges, just select the faces and define the value, and that value will be around 0.2. And I need to select the bottoms also, bottom face. Let's do that, click OK, and there is the okay. So it will take some time to create the complete part. So we have the limited time, that's why I have not created everything. You can see that it's a matching shape here. If you see here, the shape is almost matching to the image. I have not created the internal, that's why. So to remove any material, you can just create a sketch again, create a shape here. Like I want to create a circular shape with some addition to the rectangular here. Just want a relation that is constant, and I don't want to see this line. I can convert that to construction. I don't want to see this one. I can trim that like that. Click OK. You have to fully define it. I'm just going to do uh, without defining. So there you can see now we have the material. We have all the option to remove the material. Select the sketch, go to the extrude cut, and we can remove the material. So how much material you want to remove? I want it through all. Just click OK. The material will be removed like that. These are the options in the solid modeling. In the solid, we have the extrude. This one is the extrude. If I go to the new file, if you want to create any circular entity, you just have to create the sketch according to that. Okay, suppose I'm to create a rectangular shape here. I need a circular entity also here. Okay, like that. I can use the multiple loops also. The SolidWorks take everything in consideration. Create a line for center. Have this line. I need this to be vertical and to be construction. Click OK. And now if I go to the feature and the revolve, I can revolve this entity along this axis. So it will ask whichever you need. I need only this one. It will create the shape like that. Okay, if you want to create the whole circle, you can do that. If you want to include this one also, you can do that. Okay, so whichever you need, you can select that from here. So these are the different type of selections. You can see this is the circular shape. So everything can be created like that. So create all the parts associated that we require to create the product. After creating the product, we have the assembly option. So right now, I'm just going to show you some assemblies. For that, I'm going to create a new assembly. So go to assembly, go to OK. Okay. So right now, it will open some component. It will open a folder. It will ask us to choose the components. So I have already selected the folder from where I need the objects. So I can just select all the objects, or I can just select individual objects. So I'm going to select all the objects right now. So we'll just insert all the components step by step. You can see we have the components. Click OK. All the components will be added like that. I need that component to be here. Okay, this component to be here. Need this to be here. Tire should be right here. Okay, so you can insert everything. You can see this component is fixed. These components are movable. Everything is movable like that. Okay, So what to do now? To assemble this, to create this assembly, we need to assemble everything. So we have some relation here in the assembly. If you go to the assembly, you can see we have some mates here. You can see in the tree right now we have all the components. If you see in the part, there will be features. If you see in the assembly, there will be parts. Okay. So select the component which you want to assemble. I want this to be assembled here, and relation should be constant like that. Sorry, this is concentric relation. I want it to be flipped like that. Okay. I need it. I need that phase to be constant at this one. So it will automatically update. Select the phase. It will automatically come right here. So you can see this is the component right now. If you see, we have only one motion left, that will be the rotation, because I have selected that both face to face will be constant, and I have selected that this face and that face will be constant, but I have not selected the rotation. I have not restricted the rotation right now. So I can just move it like that. So right here, I need to again assemble that. So I can flip that from here, select that face and that face. Automatically it will assign the relation. If you need any custom relation, you can just go here and choose the relation from standard, advanced, or mechanical mate. Like if you want to create some gear mates, if you want to create some screw mate, you can do it from here. You can see this component is also in the rotation. So after that, so I need some relation that this component should be concentric to this one. So select the mate from here, from standard. I need to be concentric and need it to be reversed in direction. Okay, so I need this face to be attached right here. You can see if I rotate this, face is connected. But if you have face any problem, if you don't want to uh, fix that face, so you can select other faces also like that. Okay. So to choose some other faces, we have options. Select other, can just choose some other faces also from inside to outside. So like that, you can see this is in rotation. I need this to be attached to this disc. Select the circular like that. I need to lock the rotation. Okay, click OK. I need that face to be attached right here. Okay, so this is just an representation, not a fully this is not an actual component. This is just a representation. So I have not created everything inside. Okay, so click OK, and you can see this is the motion here. If you just click here and drag this one, you will see the motion like that. Okay, if you want to rotate it, you can also rotate this, help of this one. Okay, now you can see it can go 360-degree. It can go through that rod also, that axle also. So we need to create some relation. We need to add some relation. So I can just select two faces, go to the mate. I can just go to some advanced options from here. And we have some angular motions. I need that to be rotated around, first of all, check the 0-degree. Okay, so this is 0-degree, and I want that to be rotated around 45-degree to minus 45-degree. Rotation will be total 90-degree. Okay, just click OK from here and press escape. If you rotate the component now, second, if you rotate the component, it will not go further from this option and it will not go further from here. So this is the method, you can just use the relations to control your component. Okay. If you need to create, if you need to add another part, a similar part here, we have very easy option. From here, we can just copy it with the help of mates also. Just click here. I need to the concentric relation. Here I need to choose the face. There is. Okay. So there is the component. You can see it can rotate separately. I need to add this one also. So right click again and go with the copy with mates. So again, next, I want that relation to be added here. The second will be added right here. So you will see the component will be upgraded. Okay, but if you see that both the tires are in separate direction, that cannot be possible. Okay, we need to control both rotation with a single object. So to do that, we need to make them parallel. We can add a relation right here that both of the components are in parallel motion. They should be parallel from here. Okay, so right now this is the parallel motion. Select that. Now if you rotate one object, second will be rotated. First I will see it from the top. If I rotate one object like that, the other will be rotated according to that. Okay, if you have any question, if you want to ask any question, you can ask that. If you want to know anything about that, just ask your question. Yeah, I can also rotate it separately like that. This one can be rotated separately like that. Okay. Or I can just apply a motion study from here. I can use a motor directly from here, and I can define the RPM. I can define the time directly. Click OK and press play. So the object will be rotated. First it will update itself. Now if I go to the play button, you can see the component can be rotated like that. So if you need to maintain both the object, if you want to rotate both, then you again have to apply some relation like parallel or coincident. So this is the assembly. Okay. Now if you want to show some animation, like I want to separate those components, you have the animation option. Here is the exploded view. You can select the component like that, you can move it. Okay, you can move it like, okay, you can see right now it is moving in a single direction. I can just cancel out that. We have some other options. In the exploded view, I can just move it in any direction. First, I need to move it outside. Okay, so I'm just going to move them outside. Okay, whichever you need, like that. Click OK. Select another one. So you have to select everything step by step. Okay, so if you go to the assembly here in the configuration, we have the exploded view. We can collapse that or we can explode that. Okay, so we need to add some steps here. Just going to delete that. Okay, going to add the exploded view right here. So this is step one. So select the component, need to move like that, move it outside. Okay, So add the step here. This is the done option. Select the second part, click on done, select the third component. If you have any pin here, you have to move that pin first, but right now I don't have pin. Click OK. So this is the animation like that. Just go to the explode right now or collapse. If you want to see the animation, just go to the animate explode. It will just select it step by step. Okay, you can create a video from here. You can just uh, create it with the help of rotation also. So there are so much in this SolidWorks that we can do. We can use the motion with animation. So if you see, if you create an exploded view, the tire will be rotated and it will be moved outside also. So we can do that, but it will take time. So we are just going to leave it here. Okay, so this is the uh, assembly. So next part, the last part is the drafting. For drafting, we need to create, we can just directly go here, we can just create a drawing from assembly, or we can create a drawing of a single component also. So we can just directly open the component right here. Okay, so these components are created with the older version of SolidWorks. I think they are created in 2016 or 17. So now you can just go here, file, and you can go directly from drawing file. So first option, it will ask how you want to, which size you want to have for the sheet. I need an A3 sheet. Okay, and we'll get a sheet with some format also. Okay, take some time. So we have a sheet. You can see the name of that file is already inserted, and sheet size is already there. We have the sheet scale also. So we just need to insert some views. So how to insert the views? Select the view from here. We have the top, front, right. All the views will be available. I just need to insert the top view from here. I have created this drawing in these views. I consider this is the top view. Okay, so you can see this is the top view. I can directly use the projections also right here. Okay, so I don't need this view. I just need a 3D view. So that 3D view, I need this one. Just click OK, and you can just move the view. You can just see it in 3D from here or here, like that. Okay, you can add some section views. So this is the drawing option. You can add any type of detail. You can add any type of section, like I need a section view. So these are some new option, like remove section is here also, empty view, predefined view, replace model. These are some new option. The previous version we did not have these options. Like in 2016-17, we didn't have these options. So for the section view, there is a section. I can just select from where I want to cut. I can just click OK, and I can add the section directly here. So this will be the section view. Just click OK. Here is the section. Okay, so you can see this is simple, a solid component. I have not created the tire hollow from inside. There is no rim. This is a single component. Okay, if you want to see the detail, if you want to define the dimension to this one, so this is a very small size. We can add the detail view here. Okay, so detail view is basically added to scale up any small area to define the dimension of that area. Like that, you can define the size for this area here. Okay, if you want to define this area, just go to the detail view, select the area, like that. Okay, just move it outside where you need, and you can just define the value. So this has the scale of 1:5. If you see here, the entire drawing has a scale of 1:10. Means this component is scaled up to 10th of a part. Okay, this is 1/10 scale, and this is 1/5 scale. So set your views accordingly. If you want to add the dimension, we have the dimension also from here annotation. We can add all the dimension directly from this 3D part. So select the dimension from here. I want to use the selected feature. I want to find my dimension. Select, click OK, click yes. All the dimensions will be inserted right here. Okay. Take some time to update from the 3D. If you work in a previous version, because 2020 is heavy version, so it will require higher RAM like 16 to 24 GB. So right now I have 8 GB here, so that's why I'm getting some slow performance here. So you can see there are too much information here. We need to change the information. We need to have some uh, dimension that I need only. You can just roll back, Control C, like that, and everything will be removed. And you can insert the manual dimension also from here. So you can just define that the diameter of this one will be 628, or whichever is the dimension, you can add that from here. Okay, or you can choose it with model item that will be added directly from the path. Okay. So just use the view, click OK, and the dimension for that view will be added. Okay, only you can see only 2 dimensions are available here. So it will be according to the view, which view you have selected, all the dimension will be according to that. So this view has so many dimensions. I have created so much dimensions in this view while I created this. That's why there are so much information like it. So we need to separate the information. That will take some time. So you can add, you can use your views, and you can define all the entities here, whichever you need. Just right click and okay. So first of all, I will have to right click, and there is the edit sheet format. I can edit the sheet format directly here. If you want to insert any object here, you can insert that. Like I want to insert a picture here, right click, or you can search here. I need to insert a picture. So whichever image you need, like image from here, that will be in this drive. So you can add the company logo directly wherever you need. You can scale it down. Okay, and just move it. Okay, so the process requires some time to complete. If you click here, okay, the logo will be added. Yes, and you can also add the text in the field. Like I want to insert the material here, so I can type that the material will be. So it will just contain the text like nylon or whichever material you need. You can insert that. You can add the weight. You can delete these also if you don't need these lines. You can just go to the sketch and use the trim entity, and you can just remove those like that. The power trim, we need to select components like that. Okay, you can also trim that. You can enter any detail, click OK, right click, and go to the edit sheet, back, be back in the drawing. Okay, so to print, just go to the Control P, use the option from here, or you just don't have to print it from here. Just go to the save as command, and you can type yes. Okay, because I have not saved it right now, so you can use the file type. I need to save this in the PDF, so I can directly save the PDF. I want to view also, click save, and the complete. Okay, so if you see here now, we have a drawing created, we have the logo also, we have all the details that I have entered here, we have all the views. We can use some lines to separate these views to create some proper drawings, to create some proper views. If I show you, we have these kind of drawings that you can create from here. Okay, these are the snapshots. So they contain some material, or they contain some lines between. Okay, these are only snapshots. So you can create all the drawings like this in the SolidWorks from here. Okay, so just close that and close that. So in this way, you can create any component with the help of part modeling, with assembly and drafting. So next thing we have is the sheet metal, the surface. So what we can do with the help of sheet metal. So going to open some components. Okay, so go to the open. So for the sheet metal components, I have here some sheet metal drawings. So you can see here I have created some parts. So this is an assembly created with two sheet metal parts. You can see this is a power supply unit for the CPU. Okay, your CPU contain this power supply unit. So if I open any component, you can see this is the single sheet that I have created here. If I just go to the sheet metal, I can see it in the flattened state. This will be the complete sheet that we need. This will be the size. That's okay. So we need to create this sheet first. We need to take a sheet with this size. After that, we need to trim that from outside. We need to create these type of punches here. So after creating all the punches, after creating all the shapes, we just need to fold the sheet. So to fold the sheet, we will have some different options. We will need to create some drawings, and the punches and the dies will be created according to that. So this is the simple sheet metal component that you can create. You can create multiple types. You can create so many components from here. For the surface modeling, I have shown you in the starting the component. Okay, so for the surface, just go to the open. Okay, before surface, I will just show you the weldment. I have the weldment right here. So this table, we can create any structure with the help of weldment. So you can see we have a structure here. So these structures, like you want to create a truss for the bridge, for the building, for the plant, can create everything with the help of weldment. So this is a simple example. So I needed a mounting. I need to place some components here. So I have created this. So in that we have used some channels. So the channel is of this shape. See here we have a C channel here. Okay, so I have selected this shape from directly from the library. We have library here. I go to the weldment. From tab, there will be the weldment. and in Weldment we have only structural member main option. Okay. So just select the standard. I need an ISO standard. Select the type. I need a square tube or C channel. Select the size. I need a 80 by 8. Okay, where you want to create? I want to create it here. Okay, so we need some lines to create some channels. So if I show you from here, I added this one. So you can see here, I have selected some lines. These channels are added. The purple ones are selected right here. Okay. If I remove any channel like last one, okay. So we have a line here. So we need to add a group directly here. We can just select the line. So we have the shape here. We can use the options available here for mirroring profiles. I need to mirror it outside. I need it vertical, horizontal, whichever option you want. We have so much options right here. So we have the alignment, we have the locate profile. We can apply all the options. And for the surface modeling, or I can just open it directly from here. So this is basically the final product. We have used the surfacing from here, but if you want to see the in-process workpiece, and have to open that component, store that here. Okay, we need to see in the thumbnail view or the large view. You can see here, this is the part 12. So this is the in-process piece. This is the complete assembly. So we create this in separate surfaces. This is a separate surface. So if you want to see how I have created this one, so just go to the start here. You will see nothing. Then see I have created a surface right here. Okay, that surface is hidden basically. So first I have created a surface right here. That surface is hidden. Then I have created a curve here. After that, there is surface created. This is the handle. Started with the handle. Now there are some surfaces. Okay, we have created a surface, but that was some reference surface, so that's why that is hidden. So we have the shape. So step by step shapes need to be created directly. It will take this took around 2 hours to complete this complete shape. Okay, you need to have the product you want to create, or you need to have the shape. You need to have the idea that you want to create. After that, you will be able to create anything. Okay, in surface, you can create the shapes like that. You can create a mouse, your pointer mouse. You can create your like hair dryers, the blowers, like that shapes. All the complex shapes will be created with the surface model. Okay. Everything was created separately. After that, we have provided the thickness to this one. Okay. So final output is this one. So in that, applied some other options here. That was cut here, applied some material from the appearance. If I want to change the appearance, I can just do that by selecting, go to the right click here. You can see this is the green. I just want to change that. Other, so we have some other colors here. I want to change that to red like that. Okay, you can select whichever color you appearance you need from here. You can apply the material also. I just select those from here. I can just right click and go to the, okay. So I can assign the material. Okay, okay. We have created some surface bodies here. Okay, so this is the separate body. We have the material option. If we have created this with the solid, then we will have the option here. But right now, this is the surface. So we have the material option. We can edit the material. We can define the material we need. So right now, I need a plastic. I need ABS, apply, close. Okay, so material is assigned, but the properties, okay, the properties are also assigned. So this is the white ABS. Okay, you can change the appearance after that. There is the appearance option also. You can go directly here, appearance, and use the plastic directly, high gloss or medium gloss, whichever you need. You can just drag and drop the material right now. Okay. But we have the material assigned. That's why the red was not inserted. We need to remove the material first. After that, you will be able to create that. Okay. So we have so much options to learn in this, but we don't have the much time. We have another class around in 10 minutes. So if you have any question, you can ask that, or else we are going to close our session here. If you have any question, you can ask. You can open your mic and ask the question if you have any. Okay, so that was it for the session. If you face any, if you have any query, you can ask in the group. You have the number, contact number, you can ask on that also. Okay, so that was it for the day. Thank you. So please fill the feedback form in the group that we have provided you. That is very important for us. If you face, if you have any suggestions, please do write that. We will take that in consideration. So thank you. Going to close the session now.